Okay, recording this video on Monday, 4th of April 2016. It's about 2:46 p.m. Chicago time. I hope you had a great day's trading today. So, getting this video out a little bit early before the close of the day. Want to talk about the multiple time frame indicators on day trading charts, and I'm going to make this intro really short and sweet because I'm tagging on my day trades from today. So the multiple time frame version of the indicators, they've been out just over a week. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed. Really appreciate the feedback. It's been great. Two things have come up from that feedback. The first one is people want to see more day trading charts. I've been showing quite a lot of swing trading charts on the multiple time frame indicators. And so they want to see some day trading charts. So I'm going to show you my trades from today and show you the setup. And the second thing is some comments, people saying, the system seems to be very price based. What about, the volume and the average trade size? Are you still using those as much in setups? And so, the short answer to that is absolutely yes. Couldn't do it without better pro-am, better momentum. But the system side of things is a little bit more kind of price heavy in terms of analysis. First thing to note is today was going to be a low-ish range day because Friday was one of these big range days. So not going to harp on this for very long, but obviously yesterday, Friday was an outside reversal day where we have the open below the low of the previous day and the close above the high of the previous day, and we ended up with over 30 points of range. After you get a big day like that, it's likely that the days after are going to be a smaller range. So you can see we go from these big range bars to these small range bars. This sequence, that was a big range in one direction, then we ended up being a big range in the other direction. So there's kind of a secondary type rule there. But in Monday's case, we were always expecting Monday to be a tighter range day, and so far we've only had about 12 and a quarter points of range top to bottom. So the rule of thumb is to use the swings on the 4500 tip bar chart to guide you on days like that. So here we go. This is the open of today. So the overnight activity, yep, we pushed to new highs, pull back to end of trend on the 4500 tip bar chart, and then look how the swings on the 4500 tip bar chart caught us today. And I always say low range days, just try to be in tune with these swings. Some of the swings will be stronger than others, so you can see the down swings were actually stronger today than the upswings, but it turns out the trades I was making were during this portion of the day. So it is possible to have winning trades kind of on these kind of weaker swings, but just keep your targets modest and be happy with a little bit and jump out kind of early, because low range days, the breakouts are going to be failures. So that's kind of the rule of thumb. Swings on the 4500 tip bar chart are going to kind of guide the way. So if I show you what the multiple time frame view of the world was, this was it. This was the open of the day. This is kind of leading up to the high pre-open. You can see all these nice resistance lines, pull back to end of trend on the lowest time frame, on the highest time frame, intermediate time frame. We're getting a real consolidation there of all of those resistance lines. Market can't break through, and so we sell off pre-open. So these really solid support and resistance lines, these are the highest time frame, the 4500 tip by time frame on this multiple time frame view, and you can see they're catching us: support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and those are the swings that you want to be taking. And then overlay that the lower and the intermediate time frame, and you can see pullback to end of trend on the low and the intermediate, and that's that and that signal all come together for like a triple kind of setting up here with support. We got our exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence, and a nice little flush pattern. Bang, and we take off to the upside. So that was my first trade of the day, long 62.5, out for 3 points. I got touched at my target but didn't get taken out, and then so I re-entered in this area here for a long 63 3/4, out at 64 3/4, just for an extra point. So that gave me my 4 points in 2 trades, and I'm quite happy with that, especially when I know it's going to be, or I think it's going to be, a low range consolidation type day, because they are tricky to trade. And then you can see we just got nowhere. We got into, this was a pullback to end of trend on the lowest time frame here. Intermediate resistance came in and in. We just could not, we kept on breaking above the lowest time frame, as you can see here and here, but we couldn't break above the intermediate time frame and the highest time frame. So all of those resistance, that's a triple that comes in there. All three kind of coming together, to find resistance, and bang, we fall off into another kind of nice little small move to the downside, which again gets caught. We get the same setup, pull back to end of trend on the lowest time frame, pull back to end of trend on the intermediate time frame, syncing up with cyclical support on the highest time frame. Bang, so all of that with exhaustion cell, bullish divergence, and flush. Beautiful little pattern. There's a little low risk entry point here. Coming in at this point here, bang, we take off to the upside, and we run again into resistance, pull back to end of trend on the lowest time frame, resistance on the highest time frame, and we sink off again. And again, at the end of the day, I mean, obviously we're not going to get a strong kind of move. We're so late in the day, but just remember we've got a whole bunch of pullback to end of trends kind of coming in on the lowest and intermediate time frame, and support on the highest time frame, with bullish divergence kind of coming in. Now, the blue professional bars were helpful today, but the Rambo patterns are always helpful on low range days, because this is where the amateurs are getting wrong-footed. They're expecting breakout trades, and it's a consolidation day, and so we're going to do reversal. Reversal trades on lower range days are always going to be better trades than the breakouts, because the breakouts will, yeah, we can overshoot, you know, the resistance and supports on the highest time frame, but we'll always kind of come back into the zone, if you like, with those. So just use those as your guide. And you can see here are the Rambo patterns on the downside. So the Rambo patterns showing us that the amateurs are shorting here, expecting the thing to collapse into a big downtrend. No, they got wrong-footed. They kind of get taken out on stops here, going as we go the other way. So a Rambo to Rambo channel. Then they're thinking, oh, we're going to break out to the upside here, because all of a sudden we got this kind of strength in the market. Rambo, Rambo, Rambo kind of going on here, expecting a breakout. No, sorry guys, fails, goes the other way. Here they are being taken out on their stops on the other side of the channel, kind of here. Bang, and we collapse down here. Can I see any more Rambo patterns that are useful? This one here, again, thinking we're going to, I mean, that's like, you know, midday. If we haven't had a strong trend during the day, we're not going to get one setting off at lunchtime. So there's a little Rambo pattern sitting out underneath there. Again, the amateurs getting wrong-footed here on the side there, and getting taken out on stops on the other side here, and looking for a breakout here, down here. I mean, so the Rambo patterns are really helpful. This was the nicest little blue professional bar kind of sequence here, leading into this triple setup where we had pullback and a trend on the low and the intermediate with support. And you can see on that dip, all those blue professional bars buying that little retracement there, and bang, we took off to the upside. And then they may be out here. Maybe they decided to reverse kind of back down here for this move at that time there, but that was a nice little consolidation there. So that's the trick on days like today. If you're expecting a low range day, play the ranges on the 4500 tip bar charts. Expect reversals, not breakout trades. Then look for those Rambo patterns, because they will really help you to show you where the amateurs, particularly on the 1500 tip bar chart, the Rambo patterns there, which is what really the multiple time frame view is picking up. So you can see it there and there and there and there and so on. So the Rambo patterns are really helpful. And keep your targets modest. You know, if you can get out with 3, be happy with that. I kind of pushed it a little bit by re-entering to get an extra 1, but I was trading against the strong trend for the day, which was, you know, to the downside. But so there we go. I will tag on my day trades for today, but that was just a little intro video just to show you what the multiple time frames were showing for the full day. Okay, just got long 62.50. Long 62.50. Let's check my stops and targets. I might be jumping in here just a fraction too early, but we've got a double bottom just been formed. It was an exact double bottom. 61 even. Yeah, 61 even. And we had a pullback to end of trend go off on the 500 tip bar chart. And we're going to have a pullback and a trend go off on 15, and it's coming around support on the 45. So day after big kind of reversal, outside reversal type day, and we're playing the ranges, the 4500 tip bar chart swings, and this the reason for going long is all based on this Rambo pattern. So beginning of the day, we start to sell off, and the amateurs, there we go, end of trend's just gone off. Beginning of the day, the Rambo pattern, amateurs getting short here with an exhaustion reading. That was a big reading, it's about an 8,000 reading, so they're getting short. Whether that's right, it's certainly way too early, and we bounce off that. but we've still got to work off this cyclical energy on the downside. So which is the pullback and a trend on 515, and now we got this. Oh, this is nice. Good, that's quickly jumped through resistance to give us kind of confirmation. There, that's good. So here we go. So beginning of the day, we sell off. We've got all these Rambo patterns. Exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence comes in, flush comes in, and there's little Rambo patterns on the other side, so Rambo to Rambo channel. So we got pullback to under trend on the lowest time frame, so an early signal, pullback to under trend on the intermediate time frame, syncing out with cyclical support here, and now we've broken into an uptrend on the 500 tip bar chart. Good, so now it could be a little bit early, we've not got our low risk entry point yet, but just because that was a double bottom, that was significant. So what is the target? 6650. Again, it's day after a big trending day, so I'm not expecting big ranges. So I'm just going to leave the target where it is. All right, here we go. We just broke up into the 65s. It's a Rambo pattern here. My target's 6650. So it's kind of a Rambo to Rambo channel. Got a little bit of time. We've got support to resistance to play out on this, support to resistance to play out on 4500, and we could have a little bit of reaction back from the Rambo patterns, but let's see. Alright, here we go. Going for another push. We did have a little bit of a push back from the Rambo patterns. Come on, take me out. Got resistance in here. Okay, just come out 65.5. Just for 3, which is a shame. Target got hit at 66.5. I didn't get taken out. We have a whole series of Rambo patterns. I'm just getting a little bit nervous because we've got this cyclical resistance in due, so we'll probably go out and touch it, but just expecting a small range day, so I'm just a bit trigger happy. Anyway, so we see how it works out. It's not a one shot, one kill, but it's okay. So that was an hour up bar range there, and we kind of had a lot of weakness after that. This thing won't be over though till we see blue professional bars on 1500, and I'm just not willing to sit through that volatility. Anyway, just watch it for a few more minutes. Alright, just got long 63.75, long 63.75, and I'm just moving my target to 64.75. Just want to see if I can pick up that point that I'm missing for today. Here we go. The reason for getting long is blue professional bars down at the low, cyclical support coming in, and it's not all over on the upside until we kind of just wear out this cyclical little bit of energy. Maybe it'll go further than that, but I'm just looking for one. Yep, bingo, just taking out 64.75 just for an extra one, so that gives me 4 points, 2 trades. 9:20 AM, so it's kind of slow-ish. The reason for that last one was just this little reversal. We got blue professional bars coming into cyclical support. Don't know, maybe it's a U-turn, maybe they're gonna push it up through 66s. Because we should have seen around blue professional bars kind of at the highs here on 1500, I'd have thought, but not expecting much today because it's after a big range day, and we're just playing the swings on 4500 just in general.